Órale, Cholo Choclos, Tres Chingones, boxing shots to all the Chingones y Chingonas. A little bit late today. That's Spencer. That's my fault. Shout outs. What's going on? Anthony Bravo, Shawana Rain. What's going on, everybody? Gordo, Gordito. Órale, Demetro. What's going on with everybody, man? A little bit slow in the boxing world when it comes to actual boxing, but very heavy when it comes to everything that's going on in the world of boxing, man. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to chop it up. Let's go ahead and bring in El Gran Chingon, El Mero One, Mr. David Contreras.
Hey, Ed, what's going on? Listo. Now that Mikey's back, excited, man. Let's do it.
Let's do it. Let's bring in the boxing scientist from Mikey TV 3651, Mr. Mike Zavala.
Gentlemen, what's going on? I'm going to you. I'm back.
Aquí dale, Mikey.
Está haciendo calor, but vámonos recio.
Hey, Mikey, let's see the big arms, brother. Let's see the big arms. Wacha, órale.
Hey, Mikey, we're getting some feedback on your side, brother.
Really?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna log off.
All right.
Early.
Okay, so man, there's a lot to get into. Even though there's not a lot of fights going on, there is a lot to get into. We'll start with a little bit of a softball just to kind of get out of the way. I don't want to turn this into a legal channel, but Tank Davis, we talked about him last week. The charges have been dropped, so he's free to fight. Any thoughts on that?
You know what? They dropped the charges. He paid her off. That's the bottom line. You know what I mean? He paid her off. Once again, he's getting away. But you know what? Patterns of behavior. That's why I was a very good cop at what I did, because you know what? Like I said, I always follow patterns of behavior, and patterns never lie. And it's all a matter of time. He's going to do it again. I have no respect for a woman beater. Put it that way. You know what I mean? Whomever he fights, it'll probably be Roach. Good for him. But hopefully Roach is going to give him a beating. Exactly what he did to his girlfriend. Whoever he fights, it's a beating.
Gordo Gordito is saying he hit her and she hit the lottery.
It's a huevo, without a doubt, Gordito. And she made some feria. Yeah.
Mikey, the charges have been dropped. He's free to fight. Any thoughts?
I mean, he has money. He has a good lawyer. I don't know how it works. But yeah, he keeps hitting women. He's a piece of crap, if you ask me.
He's a punk. Yeah.
He's a punk, like Dave said. But it's time to step it up. If you're the best, take the test. Fight some real fighters or get the hell out the sport, man. Because you're making a mockery out of it.
Okay, I'm not gonna get on a soapbox here. I might put one foot on a soapbox. Forgive me, but let me speak on this, right? Okay. I'm not one of these vatos, man, that thinks that every girl is this sweet, innocent, delicate little flower. There are some women out there. Now, would I go beating women? Would I go smacking women around? No, I wouldn't. But have I ran into women where I'm like, you know what, man? If some dude just backhands her, I really don't care, because this girl's got a mouth on her. She's getting tough with everybody. There are some extremely rotten, disgusting, disrespectful hyenas out there. I don't want to say that ask for it, but if one dude pops her one, honestly, I wouldn't care. That being said, and maybe this girl's one of them, I don't know. But that being said, it is your responsibility not to have that company around you. It is your responsibility to say, you know what? This hyena's poisonous. I need her away from me. You know, I'm with you, David. You know, this thing about, smacking hyenas around and everything. Yeah, man, that's a bad look. There's also hyenas that get super duper brave. They're just as rotten. But yet it's on you as a man not to have those women around you, not to have those women in your life. And that is where he keeps going.
And then where there's smoke, there's fire.
Yeah.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. Hey, Holmes, you know what? One thing's to beat this one. And you know what? Maybe she had it coming. I don't believe anybody has it coming. But let's say she had it coming. What about she's been arrested 2 other times for that? And the worst of at all. What about his last hit and run? The señora that he hit, she was pregnant. She was pregnant. There was a little kid in the car. And the vato hits her. He doesn't even get off to see how she's doing. She's hurt. And he takes off.
Yeah.
I mean, the guy's a punk. You know what I mean? I mean, dude, okay, you could say this one had it coming. What about the other three? And what about this señora who was pregnant? Dude, with all due respect, he's a punk.
Straight out. He is. Pat, like you said, patterns of behavior. It's not like it was a one-time thing. It's like, oh, again. You know, with all this other stuff, he's there find himself in some real bad trouble. Someone who found himself in some real bad trouble, and the only reason why I'm gonna bring him up is because I can actually see this fight happening. Believe it or not, I can see this fight happening. Adrian Broner is now going on a rant that he is broke and that he's looking to come back to boxing. He doesn't. I forgot when the last time he fought. I think it was against Blair the Flair Cobb.
Yes.
I can see Tank Davis fighting Adrian Broner in some catchweight 145 or something. I think Broner last fought at 147. I can see them getting in the ring with each other and doing something like that, some payasada like that. I could see those two guys. Nonetheless, I believe those two guys are going to end up at the same place after boxing.
And you know what that's going to be? An alligator alley. Alligator Alcatraz. Alligator. They both. One of them lives here, close to Alligator. He literally lives close to Alligator Alcatraz. The punk lives close to Alligator Alcatraz. Send them there. You know what I mean? Send all of our brothers and sisters who are being for immigration violation. Send that midget and throw him in with the alligators.
Dave, you're saying he's going to get deported?
You know? Yeah.
He's going to get deported?
No, send him in. He converted it to Alligator Alcatraz. Send him there. You know? Use them as little bait, tiny bait with the alligators.
Chaparro.
Hey, David, would you like to see Adrian Broner come back? Or is there any fights that you'd be interested to see him in?
No. You know what? Adrian Broner, he just came out another one today saying if he doesn't get a fight, he's going to start selling pounds.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
You know
He's what a complete.
He's
yeah.
up. We got so many good fighters, Cholo. So many good fighters that we could concentrate and see them fight instead of this fat slob. You know what I mean?
Okay. Mikey, any interest in Adrian Broner?
I mean, he's a clown. He's entertaining. He's a punching bag. Put him in with what's his Fernando? No, not Fernando. What's his name? The Vargas, the good one.
Emiliano.
Put him in with Emiliano for Emiliano could beat his ass.
Dude, he does. He's weighing 200 pounds right now. He's weighing 200 pounds right now. You know,
get him skinny. Get him skinny. Put him with Emiliano could beat his ass.
Yeah. Look. Okay. In reality, am I like jumping for joy that he's going to come back? No, but he is a little bit of a name. Any upcoming fighter, throw him in there with them. Throw him in there. You know, Broner does sell. He is entertaining. He's a payaso. No, he's not going to go anywhere. He's definitely in it just for the money, which I think he's going to piss away real quick with a snap of a finger. Yeah, that's. I have no problem with them coming back. He's not going to go anywhere. Just put him in there against some up and coming fighters, so they can have.
What about Gordito saying? Yeah, put him in with the YouTubers.
No.
Yeah.
All right.
Cholo, you're fighting. That'd be somebody for you to beat.
That'd be a good fight. Matter of fact.
Come on. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Offer him a burrito de carne asada. He'll fight.
We'll definitely be talking about that a little bit more. I am getting back in the ring, man. So we'll definitely be talking about that when it gets closer. Gentlemen, all right. So we talked about it last week. Dimitri Bivol is like, hey, he just disappeared. Is he ducking? Is this a duck? Because he just kind of disappeared. Pretty much right after when we finished the live, it started blowing up everywhere that he posted out there or somebody in his team that he actually had back surgery, that he's been having a nagging back for, I believe they said like the last 3 or 4 fights. He's just been putting it off. Back surgery is something pretty damn major. It's, I don't know what type of back surgeries there are, but Every time I hear back surgery, it's pretty damn major. David, what's your thoughts on this, man? I mean, was everybody wrong? Did he duck, or what's your
You know
thoughts?
what, Ed? If you remember correctly, right before he fought instead Beater Beef, he had a big fight with his wife, and she came out, and that's one of the first allegations that she said, you know what?
What's that?
He has a messed up back. He has a messed up back. He's hurt, and I don't know how he's fighting. Remember, she was giving Better Beef some hints on how to knock him out, and
Yes.
the back was one of them. So he's been suffering for a while from that back injury. But you know what, Ed and Mikey? I've never seen anybody have back surgery and come back 100%. Please tell me if you've seen somebody with back surgery. I have never seen anybody come back 100%.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Mikey, what's your thoughts on this?
Yeah, well, we called him a duck. He disappeared. He's unprofessional. He should have called it out. He should have advised the media and advised Better be if, you know what I mean. He's having a back surgery. So what's happening is that the WBO is going to strip him unless he shows proper paperwork, because it could be all cat. It could be puro pedo. I could take a picture in right there in my bed and say that I had back surgery myself. So the WBO want paperwork. They're giving them they want the physician's report. They're giving them a 9-month window, and if not, they're gonna give his belt, the WBO belt, to Colin Smith.
Yeah,
and Colin Smith's gonna be the champ. So yeah, if it's legit, I think he went with it the wrong way. He should have let it out since the beginning. But hey, it's Bivol. He deserves to get back surgery if he did have it. Like I said, that's not how you do it. But he has back surgery, or he's delaying the Better Be a fight and letting him get older and older because he's Father of Time's undefeated. So yeah, that's kind of weird. It's kind of weird.
I will say this. I think all of this is true at the same time. Do I believe that he had a bad back? Yes, for the reasons that David brought out. He had some beef with his wife. Remember, his wife was putting this on blast. Like, she hated the dude for whatever reason, and she was putting this on blast. And that's some pretty sick stuff, man. When your ex-lady wants you to lose a fight, and she's all like, he's got a bad back and everything. So I do believe he has a bad back. Can he be using that at the same time to, string this along and make Better Biev wait a little bit longer? Better Biev is what, 39, 40 years old? Can he be trailing it longer for next year, right? And saying like, look, I actually have a bad back. I think it can all be true. I think it's a way to, I don't know if I would say calculated duck, but calculated to prolong this, to favor him. But I do believe he has a bad back. Go for it, David.
Hey, Ed, do you really want to see him fight Beater Beef again? Dude, those two were boring fights. Do we want to fall asleep again? Come on, let's be honest, man. Do I want to see him fight? Heck no. I want to see him fight Benavidez. I want to see Better Beef fight Benavidez. I want Caleb Smith to be the champion. I want that belt rolling so we could see Benavidez be the real Benavidez that people call him the monster. Orale. Now it's time. You got Caleb, and now you got Beater Beef. You know what I mean? Now the belts are open. I don't want to see those two clowns fight again. They were boring fights, man. Please tell me if I'm wrong.
No, you're not wrong, David. We actually talked about that last week. I brought it up.
Yes, we did.
And it was like, okay, they're strategic fights. They're not, exciting. I don't see anybody calling for the trilogies. I think Bivol is more of the boring fighter than Better Biev is. Yes. I like Better Biev's fight. He brings it. He has a 100% knockout ratio, with the exception of Bivol. Bivol is a lot more strategic, a little bit more on the boring side. I think the trilogy has to happen, David. But am I, rushing for a trilogy? Yes and no. Yes, just because Better Biev is getting old. But I'm with you. Is there other fights that I'd rather see? Oh, definitely. I'd rather see Benavidez in there. Colin Smith, he already fought Better BF and got beat down. But I would like to see Colin Smith against Bull.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, and I'm gonna piggyback what Dave said. They that fight was it was kind of like a technical fight and a little bit of war here and there, but it's because that's how the Russians fight, the Eastern Europeans fight. They throw straight punches. They don't go to the bottom. They don't have inside game. They just throw their straight punches. But they're real powerful and technical, and they're great, but they don't have that inside game. That's what we're looking for, that inside game. And boom, boom, shoot shots. They just throw straight shots, hook, straight shot. Did you see Better Beef go to the body, like a body shot, boom, left hook to the body when he fought Bivol or when he fights? That's not really his style. Not even Triple G. Triple G changed his style to Mexican style so he could start throwing those shots. Yeah. But when Canelo got in his inside, he got in the pocket inside, he didn't know how to fight. They're not good at that, so it makes it kind of boring. The Eastern Europeans.
Yeah, I never really thought about that, Mikey, till you brought it up. Shout outs to Pastor Zamora. He shot me on Instagram. He shot me different styles from around the world. And when you were saying that, I was thinking about that Eastern European style. And it's like an animated cartoon, and it was showing different styles: United States, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Cuba, Eastern European, and everything. And yeah, that's the style it showed. It just showed nothing but straightforward shots. There was no real hooks or uppercuts, just back, forth, footwork. Yeah, I will say that. But that being said, I do like watching Better Beef fight.
Me too. I like watching Better Beef.
Yeah, he's pretty fun to watch, probably just because he has so many damn knockouts. But I enjoy his fights, man. But gentlemen, the full card is now set. The time is set. That was always kind of like up in the air. I kept checking to see what time was the Canelo Crawford fight going to start, the card. And it would always just say to be TBA, to be announced, right? To be announced. And I'm like, okay, what's going on here? This week, the whole card dropped. The time dropped. It starts, the card starts at 3:30. So I'm not sure if the coverage starts at 3:30 and the card starts at 4, or if the first fight starts at 3:30, but somewhere around there. It's all worked out at Allegiant Stadium. I got a little bit of 411 on that. Let me see here. Okay, so, all right. So, if everybody remembers, the whole controversy with all this was that there was a college football game, UNLV Rebels versus Idaho State. All right. And it was scheduled to be that day. Here's what happened, gentlemen. That game is now going to be played August 23rd. So either somebody's doing a favor for somebody, or somebody brought out a lot of feria to move that date. The UNLV Rebels, they now have a bye week that day, September 13th. That is their bye week now. In football, the bye week means that you don't play that week. Every team gets a week off. That is their bye week. And instead, they will be playing that game August 23rd, and Canelo Crawford. Everything is set, good to go for that date. David, what's your thoughts, man? Because when we first talked about it, I mean, people were thinking like, nah, they can't move this game.
I mean, look who it is. University of, Nevada.
Las Vegas
against Idaho. You know what I mean? I mean, if it was USC against Oklahoma, Alabama, Nebraska, there's no way they would have moved it. But I mean, it's junior varsity. You know what I mean? So that's good. Good they did that. That's awesome. And you know what? It's starting at 3:30. It's perfect because you know what? It's Eastern time where I'm at. It starts at 6:30, which is great. You know what I mean? I don't have to go to sleep at 1 o'clock. I'll be watching the Canelo fight hopefully by 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock. So it's perfect for us over here.
Okay. All right. Mikey, your thoughts?
Hey, man, like Fuerza Regida says, billete grande. Billete grande. Turkey's got long money. He could get the Pope if he wants. It's money talks, man. Money talks. He did a deal. Boom, boom, boom. Pay you some money. Bam, bam, bam. They switched it. And like Dave said, who's playing? It's not a big game. So put the fight. That fight's gonna generate. If you think about it, it's gonna if it's up to if it lives up to the hype, all those people are going to show up to Vegas, and they generate up to $1 billion. I remember when Floyd used to fight, Vegas used to generate $1 billion by the sales and hotels and all that. So I think the mayor was in it. Everyone was in it. Yep.
Yeah, man. I knew something was going to have to budge. It was kind of a odd thing. Right when he thought about that, that's why it took so long for it to be announced that it was going to be at Allegiant Stadium because of that game. And I'm like, gosh, man, what are they going to do? Are they going to move this game? I was just thinking they're going to go to T-Mobile Arena, but no, he wanted Allegiant Stadium. So, yeah, he definitely came out of the pocket. And Chingones, the card is set. If anybody has seen the card, Fernando Vargas Jr. is in there to fight Walsh. The big one that was announced was Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez. But what's your guys' thoughts on the full fight card? I'll start with you, David.
You know what? They prepared us for that. Last week I was talking about Vargas and all that, but I've been watching a lot of interviews, and I went back and I started reading some of the past posts that Turkey put up. He told us that was going to happen. He told us, hey, you know what? I want up-and-comers. He said that. I want up-and-comers. So everybody thought the up-and-comers was Chop Chop from Robert Garcia, was youngsters there. But, I mean, what more? I don't think Little Vargas Jr. is an up-and-comer, but they're giving him a shot. And the guy he's fighting, well, I don't know if you want to break down the fights, but I'm telling you, I personally, we were prepared for that. Especially the Mabili fight. That is going to be a great fight. That Mabili against Lester Martinez, that's going to be a big fight. The other one, Makarov, I don't know who that guy is, but I'm telling you, the Vargas against Walsh, it's going to be a good fight. It's going to be a good fight. Hey, you're ready to break it down. I did some studying on Walsh.
Yeah. Hey, Shawana, you're 100% right, which is why I think the local politicians in Las Vegas helped to make this fight happen, overtaking the football game. Because I go to Vegas every week, right, for work. And yeah, Vegas has not been making the money that they usually do. And they've actually really been struggling. This fight is going to bring a heck of a lot more revenue than UNLV versus Ohio State. So I think the local politicians there really wanted this fight to happen. Mikey, did you get a chance to look at the whole card, man? And what's your thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not a big fan of Vargas Jr. He's just because of his dad, respectfully. But that Mbili versus Lester Martinez. Lester Martinez looks good. He hasn't fought nobody special, but he's coming from Terrence Crawford's camp. He's helping Terrence Crawford prepare for Canelo. He has a nice peekaboo, a nice high guard Canelo is type style. He looks good, but he hasn't fought nobody. And then Billy, I mean, it's another name that's been echoed to fight Canelo, and he looks good, but he hasn't fought anybody. He fought what's that old fighter? We saw the fight and he messed up his leg, and he still went at it with him. He didn't quit. Derevchenko. He went to war with Derevchenko, and he couldn't beat him, although he had a messed up shoulder. I don't know, but Billy, I think it's going to be a rock'em sock'em type of fight, and Lester's going to shine if he's really the real deal. And Billy, we seen that he is pretty good. So that's the one I want to see. That's the one I think is going to be a good fight. The rest, I don't think I don't like them.
Okay. Do you guys have an issue with the card for it being Turkey Al-Sheikh, the trillionaire that can make all the fights happen? Do you guys have an issue with the card? Because some people are giving it some backlash. that they're a little bit upset at the card. You have a problem with the card at all, David?
Oh yeah, I mean it's a shitty card, man. It's I mean, but we make the best. They give you lemons, you make lemonade. You know what I mean? They give you oranges, you make orange juice. I mean, there's nothing we could do about it. I'm gonna enjoy the fights, but could they have been better? Oh, of course. I would have loved to see Chop Chop in there. I would have loved to see Murataya in there. I would have loved to see Virgil in there. You know what I mean? Dude, there's so many great fights that we can make. Fundora against Virgil. You know what I mean? I mean, I would have loved to see, but they gave us lemonade. So the lemons, let's make some lemonade.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Mikey, I mean, are you upset at the card?
Yes and no. It's free. Free 99. I'm gonna watch it for free. What do you expect? It's free. From what I heard is like, dude, he wasted 150 million and then he gave Crawford I don't know how many millions, and he paid for the I bet you he paid the politicians off too so he could have the fight. He's wasting the bag, and like he probably don't like, hey dude, that's all I'm gonna give you, man. But also he said Turkey also said that this event's gonna be a 3-day event. Is it 2-day event? So there's gonna be boxing. He's gonna put young stars and everything. You get a chance to see these youngsters that we never heard before showcase their skills. So, but the other card,
Baby Miller's gonna fight. Baby Miller and Hunter are gonna fight on one of those little cards.
okay,
Yes.
Yeah, I mean,
Jared Miller will be fighting. He was supposed to fight Big Baby Anderson, but he pulled out of the fight. But they replaced him. So there's gonna be fights on Thursday, Friday, and then we're gonna have the Saturday. So yeah, it's gonna be a 3-day event.
and just real quick, people are complaining and they're tagging Turkey, and I heard Turkey is listening. Hey, the fight hasn't started. He could make something happen as long as people are complaining, tagging them, and showing what they're, you know what I mean, showing them that they don't like it. So Turkey could change it. We never know.
Demetrio. Okay, I think that's who Jared Miller's fighting now. Michael Hunter. He's stepping in for Baby Anderson. Okay. What's up, P-Town? Okay, so
what's up, bro?
I'll be honest, man. I don't really have a problem with it for numerous of reasons. One is what you said, Mikey. It's on Netflix. It's not pay-per-view. You know, that's one. Two, I mean, it's a decent card with the Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez. I like that fight. I really, really like that fight. The Vargas Jr., that's just kind of like, you know, as I think it was Demetrio that said earlier, just throwing him a bone. You know, I just gained some exposure for whatever reason. But if we're gonna have 3 days of fights leading up to it, yeah, I don't really have an issue with it. It's fine. It's on Netflix. It's not pay-per-view. The Canelo versus Crawford, that's already the big seller. Look, when we had Pacquiao versus Mayweather, that undercard was terrible. I don't even remember who was in that undercard, but I don't have an issue with this. It's on Netflix. It's fine. I mean, if people are going to complain, like you said, Mikey, they could complain to him so he can make it better. But I don't want people to complain to the point where he's all like, you know what, man? America complains too much. I'm going to go do fights across the pond. I'm going to go make all these fights happen somewhere else. I don't want that kind of complaining, you know. So I'm all right with the card. Plus, we got more fights coming out this year as well that are going to be made. So I'm all right with it. I don't really have that big of an issue with it. Let me see. It's going to break records on Netflix. Do you guys think it will? Do you guys think what about Jake Paul and Mike Tyson?
Oh no, this was gonna super. Well, I don't know. Mike Tyson, for the casual fans, watched it. A lot of casual fans. My granddaughter watched it. She's 7 years old. You know what I mean? So no, I don't think it's gonna break records. not compared to Tyson and Jake Paul.
Yeah, see, people are saying very weak card. I don't think it's a weak card, man. I'm not saying it's a strong card. I'm not saying it's a great card. I'm not saying anything like that. I just don't think it's weak. I think it's good enough. With the main event that we have, Christian and Billy versus Lester Martinez, I think that's good enough. It's on Netflix. I think it's fine. I have no issue with it. So, yeah, but like you said, David, definitely could be better.
Yeah.
Definitely could have been better. Gentlemen, we were mentioned on the 3 knockdown rule this week. I do not handle this account. I think this is you, David.
I threw 2 questions at him. Did they announce them?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
what?
Now, I'm a big fan of this show, man. AC Slater, shouts to AC Slater. Steve Kim, I actually met him years ago at a K9 Bundridge fight. If you guys remember who that guy was.
Yeah.
He's a real just fun dude, man. We were both talking to Emmanuel Stewart a while back. So let's see what they had to say about Los Tres Chingones boxing. Here we go.
Oh, what?
It was great too. So there was a lot of them.
Broke my heart to admit Oscar beat him. It was February 14th, 1999. No, I could have been biased because a lot of people actually had Corte winning, and I was like,
no.
With
Oscar
that second knockdown in the 12th round, my scorecard was 114, 113.
Yeah, he closed out the
De La
show.
Hoya.
He closed
That
out the show.
10-8 round, I
Yeah.
thought swung it on
Yeah.
my card.
Absolutely.
Here's one from Los number 3 Chingones. Your prediction on the Crawford.
And the way he has to say it, lost number 3 Chingon. I'm glad Mario just kind of laughed at him a little bit. By the way, man, Mario Lopez, that vato never ages.
He works out.
He closed
That
out the show.
10-8 round, I
Yeah.
thought swung it on
Yeah.
my card.
Absolutely.
Here's one from Los number 3 Chingones. Your prediction on the Crawford versus Canelo upcoming fight. We've given that, but he says, does Ryan have one mandatory fight to fulfill his contract with Golden Boy Promotions? Now, Mario, I spoke to someone that I trust. My understanding is Golden Boy has one fight as the exclusive promoter and then 2 more with them as the co-promoter, because I guess Ryan Garcia has started, guess what? His own promotional company. So Golden Boy's going to be around for about 3 fights. Come on, guys.
Okay, well, that could be a year and a half.
Or 2, or
2.
3. I mean, look,
Well,
there,
if you got that pace, yeah.
think about this. He's not going to fight the rest of this year.
You don't think so?
When was the last time he fought 2 times? Do you remember? Was it the year he fought Tank?
Because
He fought Tank and Dort.
he got suspended, so
Right.
he couldn't this last year. But I would think he would want to redeem himself. And he said he wasn't training. I'm just saying what he said. And so you would want to jump back on that horse right away, right?
Right, and get rid of Golden Boy out of your life, if that's like the goal.
Yeah, get those fights out of the way. It's interesting.
It'll always have drama. It'll always have drama. And here's one from Explosive.
All right. So
Wow.
was that you, David?
Yeah, that was me. Yeah. I talked to him a lot. I talked to him a lot on Twitter, on X.
No,
Nice.
okay, that was good because we did talk about that last week. We talked a little bit about Ryan. I had brought up that Golden Boy had said at an interview that he got some for a few years. Ryan said he got one more fight. Steve Kim is saying he looked into it. He's got one fight with Golden Boy as the primary promoter, but he still has them for 2 more after that as the primary promoter. This thing is gonna keep on going on, man. You know what? I'm gonna say this. I think Ryan Garcia's career is basically, dog. I mean, he still sells to a certain degree, but I just, just like he said right there. I think him and Golden Boy is gonna take about another 2 years for them to separate.
Hey, Ed, I get invited once a month on, I think it's the 3rd Wednesday of every month. Boxing Guru has invited me several times, and I don't have the time to fly down. They get together in LA at a steakhouse. He's always there, and a bunch of guys. Rudy Hernandez is there. About 20 guys get together.
Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher gets together. If you guys ever want to go, let me know. I can hook you guys up. And they have a steak dinner, and all they do is talk about boxing. and him and Boxing Guru are the ones that organize it. If you ever want to go, let me know. I'll get Boxing Guru. He lives by you. He lives in Pomona. You guys could drive up together, and you could meet all these guys. They're real cool dudes, man. Solid dudes. Especially he's a Stone Chicano. Him and Fisher. Yeah.
Yeah, man. No, it was good. I was watching it, and then that came on, and I'm like, oh, that live, man. Oh, look at this. Okay. All right.
Let me know if you ever want to go meet him. Have dinner with him once a month.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Let's do it. Let's make it happen. But as far as that fiasco, he's stuck with Golden Boy, man, for I would say 3 years, if that is true. So I mean, it sucks because I'm friends with Bobby, and it's just like, it kind of always puts a cloud over me. But hey, what's up?
But it sounds like Bobby's not that close to him, right?
No, they're about a good. Yeah, no, they're about a good 20, 21 years apart. Bobby's in his.
But they don't talk. They're not like real carnales. I mean, you would have your brother there front seat at all the fights. This vato's always showing the fights at his house. No disrespect to Bobby, but I don't think they're that close, right? Different mothers. I don't think they're. I mean, they
different.
Different.
Different mothers. He's 2 decades older than him. So it's not like they're, they grew up together or anything of that sort. No, not like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, hey, it just tripped me out. I just thought I'd go ahead and I showed that because
that's cool, man. He played it.
It tripped me out. Yeah. Hey, fellas, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce their names. But we had 2 Japanese fighters die fighting on the same card. Now, we've had fighters die before. This was actually on the same card, fellas. Man, sad. It does happen. The risk when you get in there, but 2 on the same card. That's I don't want to say that's fishy. I'm just gonna say like there's something going on, man. David, what's your thoughts on all this, man? I saw PYP Boxing. They had Mile High on there. They had somebody else on there. They were talking about, what can boxing do to prevent some of this stuff? They were talking about the rounds. They were talking about gloves. They were talking about headgear. They were talking about so many different things. But what's your thoughts, David? Or can anything be done?
And boxers need a union. They need a union to protect them. You know what I mean? I'm not 100% on unions because the majority of the union guys that I met were a bunch of thieves, but they're at least protecting them. You know what I mean? And we haven't even addressed the issue of PTSD, getting hit in the head, all these football players. That now, imagine a boxer gets hit 20, 30 times more in a boxing match than a football player does in a season in the head. So, I mean, but nobody's addressing this. They need a union, bro. They need a union, and they need to protect the boxers. That's the bottom line. The Ali Act's not protecting them.
Okay. Mikey, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, no, I heard about that, and from what I heard is that the Japanese, it's just like the Mexican fighters, but there's something about the Mexican fighters that we have. They did like a study, right? That the Mexican fighters from Mexico or Mexicans have a thick skull, like their skull's thick, and that's why we could withstand a lot of punishment and go to war, and that's why these Mexicans are held at a high standard, and they're warriors, right? But the Japanese are warriors. If you look at their history, kamikaze and they got that warrior spirit too. When Mexicans go to Japan or Asia, they go to war. But the thing is that they spar hard. That's the echoes going around that in Japan and Asia, they spar hard and they go hard. Like they fight hard to the end. Their trainers, they don't stop the fight. They don't. The doctors, like, it's just they want war, and it's the tragedy occurs. and it's just because of their heart, man. Their heart and big balls, and in sparring they go all out too, man. It's similar like the Mexicans, but like I said, the Mexicans, scientifically, they said that our skull fighters, particularly, they're thick. They have big, thick skin. You know, they have big heads, so it protects them. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know, man. It's going to continue to happen. What can you do? 2-minute rounds, or you know what I mean, or 10 rounds, or I don't know. It's the sport.
Yeah. Well, what I'm showing here is Dr. Sutter. All he does is he just covers sports. Anytime there's an injury in sports, he's on it. David, I'll ask you this. If those fights were here in the United States, will these guys be dead?
I don't think so. I think our referees have different standards. It all depends who the referee is. You know what I mean? It all depends who the referee is. I don't think that it would happen. Well, it's happened in the United States. We've seen boxers die in the ring, but I don't think at this level where you've got two boxers, same night, same card, dying. I think the referees, especially in California, are probably the best trained in the nation. California referees, according to what I'm reading and hearing from what's the name of the third ring, the Chicano, all tatted out.
Popeye Ray.
Popeye Ray. I mean, what he says, how they're trained, hey man, it's very, very different compared to other countries and other states here in the United States.
Yeah, Mikey, I'll ask you the same question. If the fights were here in the United States, would these guys be alive?
Yeah, I believe so. This is like the old school, like the 80s, 70s, even 90s. They're not letting them fight no more. When we see fights, they stop it a little early. The trainers throw in the towel. They have more precautions. People still die. I mean, fighters fight. Fighters die. I heard a couple incidents. I don't know, a couple years back, a year ago. It happens, but we have more precautions here. And trainers like Robert Garcia, other trainers, they're becoming smarter when it comes to taking care of their fighters. Fighters aren't going balls out in training camp. They know that you lose your what is it, your lifespan when it comes to boxing. So they're training smarter now, not harder. But they got the old school over there in Asia and Japan, man. They're still going all out.
Yeah, as a big fan of wrestling, there's wrestlers that have gone to Japan and they're like, man, you know what? It's different over there. It's a lot different. But I do want to go ahead and I want to bring this up right here. And let's bring up Comrade here, because that is what they're studying on more and more and more. And if you guys have listened to physicians, they're actually starting to come out with the resolution now of doing so much studying on dehydration, where your brain gets dehydrated, and now your brain becomes like this marble in an empty can. It doesn't have that fluid, so now it's just bouncing and hitting the skull, right? And what they're finding now, and this is just recent research, what they're starting to find out now is that it's taking about 72 hours for your brain to fully hydrate. So it's not like, man, I'm dehydrated, let me drink some water. Okay, cool, I'm rehydrated, my body's ready to go. So even if the weigh-ins is 30 hours, 36 hours before the fight, you start taking punches to the head, your brain, your head is not fully hydrated. So when you're taking those chingazos to the head, you might have a little bit of fluid, but you don't have enough fluid in there where it's to give you the maximum protection that you possibly can for your brain, for it to be colliding. So a lot of these weigh-ins, a lot of these guys that walk around, at 170 pounds, but they really fight at 135, that is a huge issue and leaving a lot of guys tonto, man. And more and more research is happening. And I do believe this is the start. Not with these two Japanese guys dying. I don't want to disrespect them, but I don't know their names, and I'm not gonna hurt myself trying to say their names, but I think there's a movement now, especially with the research that's being done and this being put out there. I think eventually, no time soon, I don't think like a year from now, but I think in a few years, we're going to see a little bit of a different change on how they're going to be doing this with the weigh-ins. Either you weigh in on Thursday and fight Saturday, at least there they can extend it 50 hours to rehydrate, 55 hours. But I think we're going to see some changes in a few years, man. What's your thoughts on that, David?
Hey, you know what? With AI, I'm surprised we're even going to have boxing. With AI coming, I'm serious, man. AI is going to change the world. But I think AI is going to be definitely involved in this. And I think that's going to be maybe one of the recommendations to, like you said, weigh in 2 days before.
Yeah, I think eventually, I think that's what's going to happen. Like I said, I don't think anytime super soon, but I think eventually, if this research is true, that is taking the human body to rehydrate to 72 hours, they're going to have to extend that. Either have them weigh in the day of, so there's no more, cutting that much weight, or they're going to move it back to Thursday, maybe even possibly Wednesday, just to have that more protection of their head. Mikey, what's your thoughts on it?
In the United States, they back then they used to weigh a day of, right? Back in the days, and then now it's a day and a half, 2 days, something like that. They weigh in on Friday and early in the morning, and then do the fake weigh in, and so the people can see. But they weigh in the morning, and then they have all this time till the next day at night to rehydrate. Maybe in Japan, I don't know exactly. I don't know the particulars. They probably weigh in the same day, something like that. So they don't get a lot of chance to recover. So it's a good thing, but also a bad thing, because people could dehydrate themselves and become weight bullies, and then they got 2 days to freaking fuel up. Right. But so yeah, it's just it's gonna be a lot of do's and don'ts, right? So yeah, I don't know what to think of it right now.
Yeah, man. I kind of like the same day weigh-ins, but it takes away from the promotion to promote the fight. So, I mean, they're going to have to think of something. But like you said, if they're going to do it Thursday or, 2 days before, that's probably even going to even bring more weight bullying. Now you're going to have a dude probably like walks around at 190 trying to fight at 135. So, yeah, it's
but you know what, Ed? They could do what the IBA is doing. They could wait 2 days before, but they can't the day of the fight be over 10 pounds.
Okay.
Something like that.
You know what, David? A lot of people bash on the IBF for that reason. I actually like that.
Yeah, me too. I like it.
Yeah, I actually like that. I'm like, okay, you know what? Check this out, man. We're not going to have any of this nonsense. You make the weight. You got to be somewhere around that weight. Okay. Yeah. If you need to lose a little bit of weight, cool, that's fine. But you can't be some dude who weighs 185 regularly and you want to be fighting at 140 to cut 45 pounds. Like, no, you got to be somewhere around that weight. I never really had an issue with what the IBF did. Hey, you know what? There's a 10-pound rehydration clause. What does that do? That means stick to your own weight, somewhere around your own weight. Let's not have all this nonsense going on. But yeah, I think maybe something like that can be implemented as well, David. Absolutely, man. Gentlemen, Virgil Ortiz has hand issues, but apparently he will be coming back. And not only that, looks like Keith One-Time Thurman is back, baby. I know you guys are some huge Keith One-Time Thurman fans. He's going to be getting into the ring with Sebastian Fundora. Virgil Ortiz, he'll be coming back. Looks like he's going to be getting in there with, I just had it as well.
Lubin.
Erickson Lubin. Yes. Mikey, what's your thoughts on this?
For Verge, man. Yeah, he took 2 hard fights back to back, and Lubin is not he's complicated. Didn't he go to the last fight? Was the last time I saw him was with Ramos, and they gave it to Ramos, right? Something like that. Oh, they gave it to Lubin. It was a good fight though. That's the last time I saw him. He's got skills. It's gonna be something different for Virgil. It's not gonna be like a big power fight. It's a good fight for Virgil, and I think Virgil. I know Virgil can beat him, so it's good. It's because he's gonna face Bakram. He's gonna face. He might face Bakram. He might face Terrence Crawford if he decides to come back down after he gets knocked out by Canelo. Fundora. So there's some hard fights coming up. So this is a good fight for him. Good fight, and also that Keith Thurman versus Fundora. Woo! Fundora's gonna destroy that old man. I can't wait.
David, what's your thoughts on this?
You know, how do you reward somebody for being a runner? He was supposed to fight, Keith Thurman was supposed to fight Virgil. And
Yes.
he decides he's not going to fight him. So now you reward him to fight for a belt, which he's going to get spanked. But how do you reward that? Why don't you just put Virgil against Fundora? You know what I mean? Why waste time here? Why don't you give Virgil the opportunity to be a world champion? That doesn't make sense. How do you reward an old man like that? You know what I mean? And then put what's his name, Thurman against Lubin. I mean, that doesn't make sense to me. Now, I heard that Lubin was going to fight Bakram. I didn't hear nothing about Virgil. Did they just announce it today or something? Because last week they were saying Bakram against Lubin.
Yes. Yeah. From what I
Ring magazine.
Yeah, from what I understand, I mean, it's boxing. Everything can just be like they announce it, and then the next day it's like, okay, it's off. It's not actually happening. But you're right, David. That was the rumor. It was supposed to be Bakram Matazaliev against Erickson Lubin. Yeah, there was talks for like 2-3 weeks about that. And then next thing I hear is like, oh, he's a return. Virgil's gonna make his return against Lubin. So it's like, oh, okay, that's a good fight. Can that change? It's boxing, Holmes. It's definitely can turn
If
around.
it is against Lubin, you know what? Virgil needs a break. I mean, he's fought 2 killers, man. He went toe-to-toe with 2 killers. Give him a break. I see this as a break. Can he lose? Yes, he can lose, but I see it as a break. And then prepare, like Mikey said, for Bakram. That would be that would be a war. But I got Virgil.
Yeah, I've been studying Bakram. I'm studying Bakram. He's like that typical Eastern European straight shot, and then he has that hook. But in straight shots, man, Virgil could freaking give him angles, box him, and then get in the inside. And he has like little dinosaur arms because they don't know how to fight in the inside with looping shots and body shots. So, but he is dangerous. But if someone could do it, it's Virg, man.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, the one thing that trips me out about Keith Thurman is his hair. Like, I don't know. He looks like a corpse, man. His hair makes him look like a damn corpse. But good stuff. Hey, gentlemen, before we wrap it up, we do have some boxing tomorrow across the pond. Let's go ahead and touch on it just for a second. Nick Ball. I like Nick Ball. He's fighting Goodman. Goodman's no punk. But I think Nick Ball is actually going to stop him, man. What's your thoughts on it, David?
I can't wait. It's going to be a good fight. I like watching little Nick Ball. He's 5'2". He's like 5'2". Literally, he's 5'2". And so you know what? It's going to be a good little fight. Well, it lasts. I got Nick Ball with
you. Imagine him against Espinosa.
Oh.
I mean, they're in the same weight class. If Espinosa, Espinosa's 6'1".
Yeah.
If he fights little Nick Ball, who's 5'2", I would love to see that.
Yeah.
I would love to see that, man. I would love to see that. Mikey, your thoughts on Nick Ball against Goodman?
I didn't pay attention to that. I should have. That's my bad on me. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I mean, this is across the pond. It's gonna be during the day. There's actually some pretty decent fights on here. Hergovic is on here. Raymond Ford versus Nova. It's not bad.
That's going to be a good fight. Ford against Novak. That's going to be a good fight. I like it. Yeah.
It is a good one, David. The biggest problem with this card, believe it or not, this is across the pond. This is pay-per-view for us here. I don't get it. But let's get to the main event. Dillian White versus Itama. Now, Itama is 12-0. They're really hyping this kid up. This is the next big deal in heavyweight division. Look, Dillian White's no punk. This dude's been around the block 2, 3, 4, 5 times. This guy has fought, the best of the best. He's won some good fights. He's lost some fights. David, what's your thoughts on this? This is a veteran. He's no slouch.
And you know what? He's coming in at 241. He weighs less than I do. He's coming in at 241. He's like, what, 6'3"? 241. He actually looked good. And I don't think he's ever fought at 241. So this is going to be, I think it's going to be a pretty good fight. I don't follow this guy. I've seen 2 or 3 of his fights, Itama. I don't know much about him. I know that they're trying to hype him up. They're saying that he's the next Ali, or actually Sean, I think, said he's the next. He fights like Ali, and he fights like Mike. He dances like Ali, and he fights like Mike Tyson. He hits like Mike Tyson. I don't know. I don't know enough about him, but he's fighting an older guy who's been beat up, but he's coming in good shape. We'll see. We'll see how he looks. The one that I'm excited about is Hervik. Even though he lost his last one, but he's changed trainers. He now has what's his name? G's triple Sanchez, Abel Sanchez.
Abel Sanchez.
He's been training hard up in Big Bear. So you know what? I want to see, because that guy was a killer, man. That guy was really good, but he had no defense. Now I want to see how he looks with Abel Sanchez. I like that guy.
Yeah, and Abel Sanchez, he lost a lot of weight, man. He lost a lot of weight. And he is one of the only boxing experts that's choosing Canelo over Crawford. Almost every boxing expert, with the exception of Abel Sanchez and Mikey right here, is picking Canelo.
Because he's Mexican. All the ones we know about black. Name me one Chicano that says Canelo's going to lose. Name me one.
I gotta go back. No, I know for a fact I can name.
All the Negros are saying it. Maybe one Chicano that's saying it, or even maybe a couple of whites, like what's his name?
Jake Paul.
Oh yeah, Jake Paul. Yeah, but the other one, a real good trainer. He was he had what's his name? Not Freddie Roach. What's his name? Real famous guy. He what is it? He's the one. He's the one that had a beef with Mike Tyson.
Oh yeah, that loco. Teddy Ellis. So that's why I say the loco. Teddy Ellis.
Teddy Ellis. That's another one. You know what I mean? I haven't seen one Chicano say, "Hey, you know what? Canelo's gonna lose." Dude, it ain't a black and brown thing, but I'm telling you, you know what I mean? Dude, Mike, everybody, all the Chicanos, everybody's saying it. You know what I mean?
Okay. To a certain degree, you're right. I'm not 100% disagreeing with you, David, but I have heard. I can't think off the top of my head right now.
I think Mikey Garcia and Robert Garcia's hating ass said it.
I think they've said it. Okay, I can come up. Not today, but give me a week, and I'm sure I can come up.
Do you think Crawford's going to beat Canelo?
Hell no.
No, bro. No way, man.
No tune-up. No tune-up. 38 years old. Doesn't have power to get him off him. Is he going to be able to take the power? Does he have the legs? Never fought at 68. He's fighting the best 68 fighter. Oh, Crawford's special. But guess what? Canelo is even more special. Come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Crawford sees something. Mikey saw something in Spence. And what did he see? A punch coming at him. You know what I mean? Crawford seen a punch coming at him.
All right, we'll get to that. Okay. I only brought that up because I saw Abel Sanchez and I heard what he said, and I'm like, wow, he's one of the only boxing so-called experts that's picking Canelo, because it seems like almost everybody's picking Crawford. But Mikey, the fight tomorrow, Dillian White and Itama, what's your thoughts on it, man?
Yeah, Dillian White's a veteran, 37 years old. He's older, 67% knockout ratio. And from the highlights, he looks like he hits hard, but it's 60% knockout ratio. He lost to Fury, lost to Anthony Joshua, beat Parker. The Ituama kid, Moses kid, I looked at the highlights. I've been getting the hype and all that. But if you really break it down, who has he fought? Like Dave said, he fought nothing but tomato cans his whole career. Even in the amateurs, from what I've been hearing, is that they set him up. So he's like a hype job. He's a high job. He has power, but versus who? So we're gonna see how he does. This is biggest test and how he does with the veteran. He needs to get this veteran out in the first half of the fight between 6 to knock him out cold and destroy him. Because after that, he's only been to out of the second round 2 times. All his fights have been mostly knockouts, huh?
We've seen that before. His name was Berlanga.
Yeah, exactly. It was like Berlanga. He's a high job because they needed a Puerto Rican champion, and he got the Canelo fight. So they're trying to make him versus Usyk. They're already saying Usyk. So he has to be Dylan White. But if this fight goes to the second half of the fight, Dylan White is going to scare him or even hurt him because we haven't seen him go to deep waters. Only twice has he passed the second round throughout his whole career. He's 12-0. He looks good. He's a southpaw. He's not elite. He's a southpaw. He has a good 1-2, and he has good feet. But I don't see like his defensive. Oh my God, this guy's angles. Oh, he has power, but I haven't. He knocks out nothing but European bums. I don't know. I never seen him, never heard of him. This is his biggest test. So we'll see if the kid is real this Saturday.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna really trash his resume. He only has 12 fights. You're supposed to, kind of patent your resume a little bit, just get yourself a little softballs. That's why I'm really interested in this fight. Because Dillian White's no punk. This, like I said, this dude's been in the ring with the best of the best of the best when it comes to the heavyweight division. He hasn't won them all, right? But if he Thomas able to get this dude out of there. Now, is he getting the best Dillian White? No. Dillian White, I think, is 36 years old, and he's been through the ringer a few times, right? I still think this is a really good test for Itama. If Itama goes in there and stops Dillian White, that's saying something. That's saying something. Now, we can make it, I don't want to say excuse, but we can throw things in there like, yeah, but it was a washed up Dillian White. Yeah, he was 36 years old. Yeah, and all that would be true. However, I just don't think anybody in the heavyweight division can go and stop Dillian White right now. Yeah, there's a few that will do it. Is he one of them? If he does, I think it says something, but I'm not going to say like, oh, man, that means this kid's great. No, but it does say, okay, we got to keep an eye on this guy because this guy maybe can be great because I think there's quite a few heavyweights that will not be able to get rid of this Dillian White. So, yeah, I'm interested in this fight, man. Definitely.
What time is it going to be, Ed?
Yeah, I think it starts. The card starts 10 o'clock Pacific time, 10 o'clock in the morning.
So 1 o'clock my time.
Yeah, so 1 o'clock your time. Yeah, I believe it's around that time. Yeah.
Oh, okay, I'm gonna watch it.
Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. I actually have to go out for a run in the morning because looks like I'm gonna be getting back into the ring, and we'll definitely.
Who are you fighting? You're not disclosing it yet.
Not disclosing it yet, but it is going to be.
Is he a YouTuber?
It's all YouTube. It's all YouTube.
The dude you're fighting, is he a YouTuber?
Yes.
Oh, wow. Is he famous? Does he come out?
Is he a Chicano?
When we get closer to it, I just want to make sure everything's locked and loaded.
Yeah.
I'm not the one getting it together. So I want to make sure it's locked and loaded, and then we'll definitely start promoting it, and we'll go ahead and I'll probably even have some of the guys come on here just so they could talk a little bit about it. But
that guy Mike Salinas, is he promoting it?
He is promoting it. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Well, he has experience.
I'll try to have him come on here. Shawana, man. Maybe one day, man. All right. Hey, gentlemen, anything else before we get out of here?
No, hey, I'm going to be in your side of the woods next week. I'm going to be flying into Anaheim at the convention center on Wednesday. I'm going to be teaching a class there. I think it's probably going to be about 1,000 cops on PTSD and police suicides. And then the following day, I'm getting up at 5 in the morning. I'm driving. I rented a car to Folsom. My grandson plays for the Folsom Bulldogs. So I'm going to go to his first football game in Folsom. And I'm going to probably go down to the Pinta, go take a quick tour on Friday. So I'll be thinking about you guys. But if I got some free time during the week, I'm going to be down there for 3 days. I'll give you guys a call and see if I can rent a car. The 2 days I'm there, we'll go to dinner or something. I'll call you guys. But I'm going to be in Southern California next week.
I'm glad you just reminded me of something, David. I will not be here next Friday. So for all the Chingones watching, I will not be here next Friday. I'll probably do some stuff during the week, but I will not be here next Friday. Also, in about 2 weeks, I linked up, thanks to our good buddy David over here, linked up with somebody, and they are having an event where it's cops versus firefighters, paramedics versus nurses, an actual fight card where it's not in honor of them. They themselves are going to be getting into the ring, and they got about 15 fights.
Wow.
So yeah.
It's
So
in Pomona, right? Pomona?
they're going to have it in Pomona, and I'm going to go ahead and we're going to schedule a date, not next week, but maybe the week after. You guys stay tuned. We'll go ahead, have them on here and see how they set all that up, man. But yeah, some really good stuff. But I will not be here next Friday. So,
And Mikey, I won't be here either. I'm going to be in Folsom.
Okay, all right. I might do a cameo. I'll probably do a cameo.
Cool.
For sure.
Mikey, you could jump on here with the luchador mask and do your thing, Holmes.
Yeah, I'll do a cameo.
All right, gentlemen, anything else before we wrap it up?
No.
All right, that is one Mr. David Contreras out in Florida, baby, enjoying everything that's great under the sun. That man is, man. Mikey TV, Mike Zavala, you guys go check him out. Cholo Trucker, Los Tres Chingones Boxing. Enjoy the fights on pay-per-view. That's across the pond. If you guys are going to pay for it, if not, hit up Mikey. He'll let you know what time it is. Whatever you guys do this weekend, be safe doing it so we can come back and do it again. Catch you guys on next round.